Friday Fun Day has returned. So with this Friday Fun Day, we're doing something a little bit different. We have some different couplets all kind of smashed into a 6-minute AMRAPs with 2-minute rest in between each one of these. So starting this thing off with, you have a 6-minute AMRAP. You're going to do 6 regular burpees, followed by 6 dumbbell thrusters. 50 for the guys, 35 for the ladies. With this one, we're going to probably accumulate the most rounds. We're going to be moving the quickest through this one. We're thinking on the higher end on this one, you're probably somewhere going to be around 10 rounds, give or take a little bit, some on the higher ends. For the overall average, you're looking for somewhere around that 8-round range, give or take a little bit there. So main concept there is obviously we're not looking at a lot of reps per round and an okay-ish distance in the AMRAP. So we're looking at probably around like a 90 to 85% effort throughout this AMRAP. You guys should be able to do the thrusters unbroken and immediately go back to your burpees and just stay moving. We're not looking to move quickly, but continuously moving throughout. Once you complete that 6-minute AMRAP, you'll take a 2-minute rest. At the 8-minute marker, you guys will do into another 6-minute AMRAP. This time you're going to do a little bit more difficult of a burpee. You're going to do 6 lateral burpees over your dumbbells. That'll be with both your dumbbells kind of squishing together. And then you'll go into 6 dumbbell squat cleans. Same weight at 50 and 35. We're going to be moving a little bit slower, obviously, this one, because the burpee is going to take a little bit longer. And the dumbbell squat clean eats up a little bit more time compared to the dumbbell thruster. So on this one, we're looking for somewhere in that range. I think on the higher end, it's going to be somewhere around that 9-round range now. I think for the overall good goal, we're looking at somewhere around 6 rounds. All right, give or take a little bit there. Same concept, you guys should be able to stay unbroken on the dumbbell squat cleans if possible and stay steady on the burpees. You'll take another 2-minute rest, and then you'll finish off with a 6-minute AMRAP of 6 burpee box jumps this time. So definitely gonna eat up a lot more time on that burpee box jump. And 6 dumbbell hang clean and jerks. So it'll be a power clean into a jerk overhead. Same weight at 50 and 35. Once again, we're going unbroken on the dumbbell hang clean jerks ideally and stay moving on the burpees. On this one, we're looking, obviously, we're going to decrease the round here again. On the higher end, we're probably looking at somewhere a little bit more in that 8-round range. I think for the overall average and good goal will be somewhere around that 5-round range. Your scores today, you'll have 3 separate scores for today's workout. Obviously, each one being its own separate score in itself. And this is your Friday Fun Day. Some warm-up and activation here today. You guys are going to start off with 3 rounds. It's an easy AMRAP, not 2 rounds, but 3 rounds of 8 goblet squats. So you can do it with a dumbbell or a kettle, doesn't matter. All right, you can hold it like so. Hips can travel back and down. Kind of take your time through this, guys. Kind of get loosened up. You'll do 8 reps. You'll do 6 reverse V-ups. So kettle will be in a push-up position. All right, just hop the feet in, hop the feet back out. All right, you'll do 6 reps there, and then finish off with 4 and 4 Z presses, or single arm Z press. This is a fancy word for to sit on the floor and just press it. All right, you'll do 4 per side. Kind of bring that bicep towards the ear, kind of get loosened up for these hang clean jerks and thrusters. All right, once you complete those 3 rounds, you'll move into 2 rounds. You're going to do 15-second per side single leg wall sits. So you're welcome on this one. All right, so Kel's going to establish a wall sit position, and then one leg will be extended out. 15 seconds on one side, 15 seconds on the other side. If that's too difficult, guys, just do 30 seconds by itself, perfectly fine. You'll do 10 goblet reverse lunges, or 5 each leg. So you can hold that back in the same goblet squat position. He'll lunge backwards, come back to the top, like so, getting some glute and some hamstring work in there, and then finish off with 5 and 5 push presses per side. So remember, on the push press, you're just kind of pushing these forward, keep that torso vertical, drive the legs, and punching overhead. You'll do 5 on one side and then 5 on the other side. And that puts a wrap on the warm-up and activation for Friday Fun Day. All right, pre-workout mobility. You guys a little couch stretch. So Kel will be against the wall. Try to get that knee as close as you can. You'll do 1 minute per side. You can also do hurdler stretch. Main concept is getting that hip flexor and that quad kind of involved here. So 1 minute per side. The next one, you guys are going to do a little scratch stretch. Basically, it's kind of helping that overhead positioning. So he'll act like he's scratching his upper back, kind of hence the scratch name to this stretch. And he'll kind of drive that elbow into the wall like so. All right, Kel's pretty mobile up top, so you might not feel as big a stretch. For me personally, I'll feel a big stretch to that lat in the back of that shoulder. You'll camp out there for 1 minute per side. If you're a little bit more mobile, get further away from the wall and try to get that elbow a little bit further down the wall. From there, you're going to move into supine, or sorry, scratch. No, we did scratch this. You're going to do, what am I looking at? Fonzie, sorry, activation piece. All right, so you guys are going to sprinkle a little activation into the pre-workout mobility. So Kel's going to come up off the floor, and then from there he'll go out, try to scratch his shoulder blades, and then go back the way he came. right, to the top. So the arms are going to touch the floor at any point in time. We're trying to keep those arms off the floor the whole time. The biggest thing is don't overextend, keep the belly tight, and we're just trying to use this upper back and those rear delts to do this movement here. You'll do 10 reps there, and that puts a wrap on pre-workout mobility. Movement demonstration. Also, we got a lot of things to talk about here, guys. We got 6 different movements, some obviously more complicated than others. So starting off with, you just have a traditional burpee, guys. You don't have to jump over any object, jump onto any object, just chest and thighs make contact, we'll small hop the top. From there, we'll move into dumbbell thrusters. You'll do 6 reps here. So we're going to be in that front rack position. Notice how one side of the dumbbell, or one head of the dumbbell is going to be on the shoulders. Elbows going to be about 90 degrees and slightly out to kind of give you a little more room to breathe here. Hips are going to travel back and down. All right, weight should be in through the midfoot. He's going to drive and punch at the last second with those hips and then finishing with the arms and receiving back to the shock for this next rep. So can we do 2 in a row there for me, Kel, real quickly? So that'd be 1, going back down, receiving like shock, 2, so on and so forth for 6 reps. You guys should be doing those unbroken. If you guys have kettlebells and not dumbbells, not a problem. Just the positioning of the kettlebells is going to change up slightly. It's going to be a little bit more difficult with the kettlebells because it's going to be a little bit more in the anterior part of the body. But you want kind of the elbows about 45 degrees in the way of like positioning. From there, we kind of keep the knuckles somewhere about jaw line. We don't want to be rolled up here, guys. That's less range of motion. The thruster, you're kind of cheating the thruster if you do that. So same concept, hips travel back and down, punching. All right, bring those biceps close to the ears to the top. Now, that's if we have kettlebells. Now, if we only have 1 dumbbell or 1 kettlebell, not a big deal. What I'd recommend here is you guys could do 6 reps on one side for 1 round and 6 reps on the other side for the next round, or you can split up 3 and 3. It's really your call. Once you complete that 6-minute AMRAP, we're going to take a 2-minute rest. You'll move into another 6-minute AMRAP of 6 burpees over your dumbbells. So chest and thighs are going to make contact. From there, as Kel hops the top of his burpee, you want the feet to end up on the side of the dumbbells and jumping over both dumbbells. Obviously, keep them squished together there, guys. You don't want to have more distance between those things and have to jump more laterally to one side or the other. All right, so one thing we don't want to see on this is doing the burpee and then jumping behind the dumbbells. That's kind of cheating it a little bit. So make sure you guys literally jump over the top of those dumbbells. From there, you move into 6 dumbbell squat cleans. You can do it 1 of 2 ways, inside or outside the feet. It's your call. Me and Kel both prefer to do inside the legs. So I know a few people like to do outside the legs. We're going to demo both for you guys. So in the setup between the feet, the dumbbells, or one side of the dumbbells, going to hit the floor between the feet, kind of in the arch areas. From there, he's going to think about sitting up, keeping the dumbbells close, punching the elbows through, and then standing. All right. Common faults that we'll see on this, or we'll talk about real quickly as we're turning back down. So he comes to that front rack position. Think about keeping the dumbbells close again and returning right back between the feet for this next rep. All right, that way you're still getting a little stretch reflex to those hamstrings and get a little more explosiveness off the floor. Now, a common fault that we'll see is swinging the dumbbells out like so. Obviously, the fastest point from point A to point B is in a straight line, so we want to keep those dumbbells in close to generate as much force on them as possible. And the second common fault is on the way down is rounding the back out. And that's probably the more common fault that we'll see here today is because we start to get tired and the legs start to burn, we start rounding the back out, let the back take over the movement. Make sure you reset to keep the back flat each time, all right? So that's inside the feet. If you guys want to go outside the feet, the only difference going to happen here is you're just going to have to jump the feet in and out between the dumbbell squat cleans. So your feet are going to be pretty narrow, only about 1 inch or 2 apart. From there, dumbbells are going to make contact outside the feet. He'll go up, same rules apply, keep the elbows close, jump the feet out, stand, and then reset the feet back in. All right, one more time. One side makes contact, hop the feet out, stand, and then back down again. So either way is fine. It's really your call on what you prefer. Moving into, if we got dumbbells, but we don't have dumbbells, we have kettlebells. The only variance that's going to change here, guys, is you're going to have to go in between the feet, and you can't really go outside the feet on these. So as he does this, the kettlebells are going to make contact with the floor, obviously. Notice how Kel kind of has his thumbs facing towards you and kind of cocked in a little bit. From there, as he goes into that front rack position, keeping the elbows in tight, exploding up, and then punching through to that front rack position and then standing up from there. We don't want to drive the elbows tall like we would with a barbell. We want to keep the elbows in tight and then pushing in through the last second to get in that good front rack position. And then once he gets that front rack position, he'll kind of rotate back down, come back in, and making contact. All right, so that's if we have a pair of kettlebells and not a pair of dumbbells. Same rules apply here, guys. If you guys only have 1 dumbbell or 1 kettlebell, not a big deal. You can do 6 one round on one arm, 6 on the other side for the next round. It's your call. You can split up 3 and 3. After that, you'll move into another 6-minute AMRAP. This time you guys have 6 burpee box jumps. You want to grab that bench real quick? So on the burpee box jump here, guys, you're also going to be facing towards your box or your bench or your ice chest. So Kale's going to literally face towards, a little setup here, all right? Yeah, there we go. So he'll face towards his bench, for instance, all right? Chest and thighs are make contact, hop the feet in there, guys. From there, you can step in and go to that jump, stepping up all the way to the top from there. Nothing too fancy. Just make sure you guys stay moving there. If you got to walk in and walk out, no big deal. But jumping is going to be prescribed. If you guys want to step them, that's fine. It's just a modification. From there, you guys have hang dumbbell power clean and jerks. So the way it's going to look here, your feet are going to be pretty narrow here, guys. We're going to go outside the feet on this. What I'd recommend is you're going to hinge over, all right? So kind of the shoulders will be over the toes. He's going to think about exploding almost like a quick bicep curl, catching that dip, driving overhead. All right, you can do a push jerk like Kel did right there, or you can do a push press. Either way is fine. And then receiving back in that position like so. So just make sure as we hinge, we're hinging back, where our shins are going to stay vertical. We're not squatting the weight. That's a common fault that we'll see there. It's not squatting. We don't want to squat it, so kind of squat the weight. Yeah, we don't want to see that. You're not going to really generate a lot of momentum through that clean. We don't really want to swing the dumbbells out either on this. All right, we want to keep it in relatively close to the body. Like you kind of scraping your hands up your belly there. And notice how Kale kind of receives in a good jerk position and then driving with the legs overhead. Now, you don't have to go right into the jerk. All right, you could do a clean, stand up, and then drive the legs from there. Just make sure as you guys dip, just push the knees forward. Don't push the butt back as you do the jerk. And that is movement. Oh, well, we're not quickly, not yet. So that is if we have a pair of dumbbells. If we have a pair of kettlebells, once again, you guys are going to have to go inside the legs. You're not going to be able to go outside the legs. So what I recommend here is you guys are going to be in that hang position again, kind of bringing the palms, the back of the palms together. From there, keeping the elbows in close as he comes up. From there, driving it overhead, that top position. So that's the only thing that's going to really change is you have to go inside, you can't go outside, and keeping the elbows in tight to the body and then pushing from there. And then lastly, guys, if you have a single arm dumbbell or kettlebell, you only have one. You could do inside or outside the legs with a dumbbell, but the kettlebell, once again, you're going to have to go inside the legs for just that single arm side. And that puts a wrap on your movement demonstration. Extra credit in post-workout mobility. There you got a little gun show with the skull crusher. So Kel's going to be on his back here. All right, he's going to have both dumbbells overhead. We're just breaking at the dumbbells. The dumbbell should end up about where his ears are on the floor, getting a good range of motion, and from there he'll press back up. We're going to do a 3-second lower on each one of these though. So notice as he goes 1, 2, 3, and drive. Really focusing honestly on the triceps as we do this. You'll do 8 reps there. If you only have one dumbbell or one kettlebell, not a big deal. You guys will just do 8 on one side and then 8 on the other side. So that's your first piece. Second piece, you guys have pike ups. You're going to do 20 reps of pike ups. So the way it's going to look is Kel's going to be in a seated position. From there, his feet will be pretty close together. All right, and then from there, when he does this, the further he brings his hands towards his feet, the tougher this is going to be. All right, and obviously vice versa. From there, all he's going to do, he wants about somewhere around a 6-inch range of motion. He's going to bring the legs up, just tap in the floor and back up again. All right, so you'll do 20 reps like so. So make it a difficult 20, guys. Don't make it real easy. If you have to kind of rest in between each rep, you want to do like one and kind of stopping. That's too difficult of a variation. Now, if you get like 12 or like 15 in, you have to take a quick break, not a big deal. But if you guys are doing like a single stop, that's too difficult of a variation, all right? So we'll do 20 reps of that for 3 total sets. Moving into post-workout mobility, we got couch stretch. You guys are gonna do 2 minutes per side. You're welcome. All right, so knee as close as you can towards the wall. All right, trying to keep the torsos up as best you can. You'll do 2 minutes on one side, 2 minutes on the other side, or you do hurdler stretch, all are perfectly fine. You're gonna move into TV stretch. So we're gonna bring the pinkies in as close as we can behind us, guys. Keeping the elbows locked out as best you can, and then scoot the butt away from his hands. The further he brings his butt away from his hands, the more stretch he's gonna feel through that shoulder and that bicep, maybe a little bit of that pec as well. You'll do a minute and a half, and you're gonna finish off with 20 cat-cows. So you'll be on all fours, guys. You're gonna flex that spine as much as you can. All right, kind of tucking that chin down. You go to that extended position, really gonna arching that back, throwing that head back. That will be 1 completed rep, and you'll do 20 reps of that Really nice and easy. Really control the breathing, kind of relax after that big show of fitness that we just did for Friday Fun Day. And that'll put a nice little wrap on your Friday, guys. And congratulations on finishing another Friday Fun Day at home.